Alrighty then, how's it going guys, and welcome back to another video. So today's video is just going to be a quick PSA because there's a couple of things that have happened since the MCO was lifted, and I wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on it. And the first thing and the most important thing is a message to any motorcyclists and drivers out there in Malaysia, in KL. Everyone, guys, please be careful and take it easy, okay? Traffic on the roads is starting to get back to normal levels, and it is no longer the time to be riding or driving like a maniac. Especially if you have not been driving for this MCO period, you're gonna be rusty, okay? You might not think it, you might not realize it, but you know, 3 months without driving, you know, you're going to, there's you know, little subtle things that you probably don't notice you're doing that you wouldn't have done before. How do I know that? Well, because ever since the MCO was lifted, and as somebody who continuously rode throughout the MCO and was on the road throughout the MCO, I have noticed a significant decrease in the amount of skill on the road lately. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is, if you ride a motorcycle, guys, for the love of God, stop running red lights, okay? Before the MCO, okay, you know, you might occasionally see somebody running a red light, but during the MCO, all the Grab riders and everything were running red lights like crazy, and now that the MCO is lifted, these idiots are still doing the same thing, and it's spreading like a virus. You know, I've seen, now originally it was just Grab drivers, then it was Food Panda, and now it's like cup tries all over the place running red lights. Don't be stupid. Your life means more than that, okay? Your life means more than the extra minute you save by running a red light, okay? Just don't do it. It's not worth it. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was something that I think anybody who owns a sports car or a sports bike has no doubt encountered at some point in their life. And that is that usually when people well, not usually, but occasionally, people in everyday vehicles, they see a sports bike or a sports car and they go, ooh, it's exciting. I wonder if I can race him, you know? And it doesn't happen very often, but every now and then it does happen. And this morning it happened to me, and it could have worked out very, very badly for the guy that was trying to show off in front of me. He very, very nearly crashed, and I'll explain why. Okay, so first of all, as you guys know, I ride a Kawasaki Z750. Now, no, it's not a super sport. It's not, you know, like a high-end mega racing machine, but it is a sports bike. And as such, it is designed to be able to go around corners at a much higher speed than a cup tray, okay? Now, you might be able to get your cup tray, your little 125 or 150 or whatever it is, to 140 kilometers per hour, 150 maybe, but it doesn't mean that it's designed to do that, okay? When you're at a point where you are literally wringing every single thing out of your motorcycle's engine, it means that you are on the very edge of that bike's capabilities, whether it's handling, speed, you know, all of that sort of stuff, okay? And when you are riding at that level, you do not have the margin of error which is required when riding on the street to save yourself if something goes wrong. So, let me tell you what happened this morning. So I was riding to work, you know, just as I do, cruising down the highway at about 130, 140, which is, you know, the comfortable cruising speed for Sarah Jane. And this guy on an FZ150 decided, you know, that he was going to blow past me, and which wasn't really a flyby, it was more like a snail by. He did go past me in full tuck, but he wasn't going that fast. for me, for him, it was, breakneck. And, so I'm just like, I'm not going to encourage this sort of behavior. Just let it be. And, eventually I did overtake him again. Just as I do, riding normally. And I was approaching this on-ramp onto a highway, one of those ones with the big sort of like curly on-ramp. And I slowed down to about 80 kilometers per hour to take the on-ramp. And here comes Mr. FZ150. Absolutely barrels into the corner at like 110. This time flew by me, drops the bike over, but he's not positioned correctly for the corner. He was literally, counterbalancing the bike, leaning against the corner, which is something that you should never ever do. And on top of that, this particular on-ramp is not, it's got lots of bumps and potholes and other things like that. So it is absolutely not a corner that you want to enter at that sort of speed. So my initial reaction was, slow down, this guy might bin it. And sure enough, about a quarter of the way through the corner, his back wheel lost grip, slid out. Now he didn't crash, but he very nearly did. And it just goes to show you that it is a very stupid idea to try and show off against a sports bike or a sports car or something like that if you are in a vehicle that is not able to compete with said vehicle. Okay, it's a very stupid thing to do, and it is going to get you into trouble. Okay, ride and drive within the limits of your vehicle and within the limits of yourself, for your safety and for the safety of others. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Of course, if you disagree with me, please leave a comment in the description down below. I'd love to have a discussion about it. But yeah, until next time, have a good one.